Mark, a young team for Reading today that were put through the rigour towards the end of it, but they sort of came through that test and under replay.
Yeah, again, I think they've stood up to the challenge. You know, it's a massively hard game to play. Cardiff, the way they play, Rich, they're really direct the way they go about their business. And, you know, in the build-up, when we were talking to the lads yesterday and before the game today, that, you know, if we can, we've got to be brave when we get the ball to get it down and play our game. But no doubt about it, you can't switch off until the final whistle goes, because of the pressure they put you under. They rely on, they rely on picking up second balls. They rely on people switching off defensively. And, you know, the young side that we had out today, I thought, listen, poor start. We know that. Caught us cold first 4 minutes. We didn't defend the cross right, but then we bounced back straight away, got the goal, and then it was hard at the end, obviously with the 10 men and Matt going off as well. But we stood up to the challenge well. And listen, it's the FA Cup, and I know I make changes, but we've got a big game on Tuesday night, and it's important. Bristol City haven't got a game this weekend. They'll be going into it fresh. And I must admit, it was on my mind. But I knew that the team that I put on the pitch would produce and give Cardiff as good a game as they can get. And that's what we've done. And I'm like anybody else. I'm like any supporter. I want to be in the hat for the next round, which we are. And I think it's Monday night it is. So let's see what happens and bring it on, let's say.
Like you say, Cardiff went ahead early, but yeah, a bit of a lump in the throat moment, I suppose, for Yaku. You know, he's had a really, really horrible week, I suppose. So for him personally, you could tell from everyone's reaction how much it meant. Yeah, I'm proud of him. I mean, I spoke to him through the week. I was in constant contact with him. He's a hugely difficult week, but he wanted to come back and play today, you know. And even in training yesterday, you could see, you know, he's a little bit distant because he's got thoughts in other places, probably with his family, but he showed his professionalism today. And yet again, he worked to the 95th minute. I put him up front as a lone striker, and he kept working and chasing. And for him to get his goal, I think he was, you know, I had a lump in my throat as well, because I know what it meant to him. His dad was his biggest supporter. His dad was one of our biggest supporters, always like following every game on you know, television or whatever. He could get the streaming for it. So yeah, it's been difficult for him, but we're here for him, and we'll give him all the support he needs. Mentioned the two centre halves. I mean, it's never nice to see a player come off on a stretcher with Matt and obviously Tom Mack as well. Two, I wouldn't call them soft yellows, but you know, probably tricky ones to take. And it's not what you wanted for either of those two boys, really.
No, Matt's one, he landed awkwardly, and he heard a crack. Initially, we thought, you know, well, we didn't think anything. We were hoping it wasn't that really bad, but he's in there now, and again, you won't know it. It hasn't swollen up as of yet. Probably will overnight, but until he has a scan in it, Rich, we don't know. We've got fingers crossed and everything for that one. I mentioned of Tom Mack, yeah, he got the second yellow card, which was two soft yellows. But I think Tom Mack showed everybody again today. You know, when you're up against Cardiff City, you were lumping balls for 95 minutes in your box. He's got a heart of a lion, and he's got a big future at this club.
Of course, yeah, it takes us a replay. I mean, we've had 2 games against Blackpool in quick succession, 2 against Nottingham Forest, and we're going to have 3 in total against Cardiff in League and Cup. It's going to know them very well by the end of this fortnight or so. Yeah, well, it's the same thing like the Blackpool thing. You know, I spoke to their manager Neil Harris at the end, and he rolled his eyes. He said, "Look, none of us want a replay." I said, "Yeah, I know." I said, "Well, you take off one of your guys and even it up then," because we'd had Tom sent off by then. But it's football. You know, you got to put up with these things. And does anybody like replays? Probably not. With these days, so many teams going for, you know, promotion or avoiding relegation, wherever it may be. Nobody really wants a replay, but it is what it is. We're in the hats Monday night. Let's enjoy that. Let's see who possibility of playing if we got through the tie, and it keeps everything bubbling along. You mentioned already, of course, yeah, the league. We're back to it again. A couple of days' time here against Bristol City, a team that have probably had a free weekend to do whatever they want to do with that. So another challenge for us. Another challenge, yes, and it's no days off. Sunday, tomorrow, everybody will be in again. The lads who played will warm down and make sure they get the recovery right, and then the lads who haven't been involved today, again, we'll have some work, and we'll start focusing then on a game plan and what we can do for Bristol City on Tuesday night. When they come this thick and fast, you know, we've got 2 games a week, pretty much every week. You don't have much time to get your game plans together, but you seem to every time everyone seems to know what they're doing when it comes to it, when the kick-off comes. Well, I said I've got good staff around me. You know, we put a lot of hours in planning things, and you get rewards sometimes. Sometimes you get a bit of bad luck and you don't. But you know, I know everybody in this club at the moment, from the squad of players, the staff, everybody seems to be in. The club seems to be in a good place, and it doesn't just happen. We've got to keep working on it all the time, and
and trying to put something out on that grass that the punters enjoy and respect, and that's what I think we're doing at the moment.